pretty chicks that was around there that all the drug dealers wanted to get with, you know what I mean? Like, everybody was all over her. She was like this little, short little pretty girl that was always fly.
Kim and Biggie, they were in a real relationship, without a doubt. Without a doubt. They were in love, both of them, way before Biggie met Faith.
The Source Awards 1995. This is a big night in hip hop. We all had to do a run through rehearsal early in the day. And Kim and I both rode in Un's truck to the Source Awards that night. I performed You Used to Love Me at the Source Awards, and Little Kim performed with Big.
That was a behind-the-scenes nightmare, because Kim was hurting more and more every day. It was always, why Faith? Why choose her? And this bubble is going to implode soon.
I knew what was going on. Faith is his wife, and I know he was dating Kim. It's like, I'm not gonna go there and tell Faith that. I'm not gonna go tell my man business. That's my homeboy.
They kind of knew big secrets and would navigate Faith away from the shenanigans with Little Kim and whatever other women were going on at Daddy's house.
And Faith says, I'm on my way.
We jumped in a taxi and we went to the studio, and certainly with the purpose to fight her. I was gonna have an altercation with him. I was wildin'.
She goes to the studio. She takes a gun. She gets into the studio. She goes straight to the room that Kim is in.
So I kind of caught her off guard. She was sitting down with a pen and pad, and I just kind of jumped on her. And it was all of 30 seconds before I think Puff was in one corner and Stevie J were all in the room, and they kind of broke it up.
Women screaming. I'm like, yo, what's going on out there? She was pregnant or whatever, but she was still fighting. So I just remember just jumping in the middle, just jumping and pushing them off and grabbing her and taking her out the room. That was dangerous. You know what I'm saying? Like, some love to be fighting while you're pregnant.
And there was a wig, and all I remember, the wig came to the apartment, and we had Little Kim's wig for a few months in the kitchen cabinet somewhere. And Faith would always pull it out and be like, I had to beat Little Kim's ass. And we'd be like, girl, throw that wig away.
He's really been thinking about his family structure, and the word family seemed to come up quite a bit. And it did give me the thought that maybe he was thinking about getting back together. It certainly didn't sound like a bad idea. I mean, the love was still there. It was on Christmas Eve, and I was supposed to go spend Christmas with Big the next day, me and the kids. And he called me and said he was going to buy a session and such and such. And I don't know, something just told me to go to his townhouse in Teaneck. I knew that the garage was broken, but you could still lift it up to get into the elevator, which led up into the house. It was all dark, and I just started touching around, and I felt somebody right there. And he turns on the light, and it was Little Kim. And I just started hitting, hit.
According to Big, he was asleep. He didn't know that Kim got into the bed with him. So,
And then she left. When I left a couple hours later, I had a Land Cruiser, and it was like scratched from like every single inch of the surface of the car was scratched up. Like, she got busy. Oh my God. I was done trying. Ultimately, I realized if there was any way of us getting back together, most of the work would have had to been on his part. He would have had to have shown and proved to me that, okay, I'm not doing this no